What happened to Miss Angel Reese? She's all in Indiana during All-Star, and her Reebok campaign come to your track.
We have commentators laughing at this.
Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it blocked.
They realized that they were laughing and then quickly stopped themselves like, oh, I can't laugh. I'm live right now. I can't laugh. I'm live right now. Let me get real serious.
The basketball community is seeing what may end up being one of the most absurd endorsement mishaps in recent history. Under Shaquille O'Neal's leadership, Reebok genuinely believed that Angel Reese could lead their basketball resurgence. Beware of spoilers. So far, it's been a disaster. One deserving of a case study in what not to do from Harvard Business School. While Sophie Cunningham is gaining followers by being really herself and Caitlin Clark is breaking attendance and viewership records, Angel Reese is making news for all the wrong reasons. According to insiders, this entire situation may end up being the biggest blunder the sneaker business has made since New Coke. Let's just call it that. Not merely a poor choice, but a serious dilemma with endorsements. Comment Fire the Baby Giraffe if you concur that this is a poor wager. Come on.
Yeah, crash out incoming. 3, 2, 1. Burn! Hey, nice pass right there. Jackass! Burn! We're bumbling, we're stumbling, and we're fumbling! Burn! Y'all see what they've been doing over there at Cracker Barrel, man? It's a travesty! But it looks like they added one new item. It's French toast. Butter pecan! Burn! Angel Reese! Angel Reese!
Statisticians prepare to witness inefficiency in action rather than record magnificence each time Angel Reese sets foot on the parquet. Reese has accomplished something that is nearly amazing in its incompetence in just her second year. Taking the third shot and converting a horrifying 31.5% of her layups. Most in the WNBA. The simplest shot in basketball is a layup. We are discussing a 63-year-old professional who misses bunnies at a pace that would put a middle school athlete on the bench. Performance art is become more prevalent than sports. Caitlin Clark is out there breaking records, turning venues into sold-out shows, and pulling up from the logo in the meantime. There is no more obvious contrast.
Washington Mystics just put belt to ass on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Sonia Citron was out there cooking with hot grease. Stir the pot, stir the pot. Keep cooking, Sonia. That was a show. She put on a flat-out show versus Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Boy, did they ruin Angel Reese's homecoming.
In a way, the bloopers write themselves. Reese performed a scene that will be remembered for all time against the New York Liberty. In 12 seconds, there were 4 straight missed putt returns. 2 as though she were scrawling against a concrete wall, one of them swung back at her face. Immediately, the video went viral. It's the kind of viral that ends up on YouTube montages with clown music, not the kind that sells shoes. Reese is the star of compilations like When Basketball Isn't Your Calling, while Caitlin Clark is being compared to LeBron James and Steph Curry. While one sells memes, the other sells full stadiums.
The Chicago Bravado once again got their ass kicked. Angel Reese was so bad last night, the announcers calling the game, they were laughing at her performance. Check out some highlights for yourself. Well, KC, you always do this. You select a couple of bad plays and try to convince us that Angel Reese isn't a superstar.
Her opponents will now argue that her 44.4% overall field goal percentage is enough to preserve her. It doesn't, since actual experts finish between 70 and 80%, whereas the majority of her tries are from point-blank range. Reese created a slot machine out of what ought to be routine layups. Most of the time, the ball doesn't go in when you pull the lever and hope it does. Coaches refer to this as the pay the money area. It is now a casino run by Reese, where the house always wins. You can see why Reebok's investment now appears to be more of a lost risk.
This was an epic embarrassment, bro. Remember, this is a pro basketball player. Won a national championship. Their calling card they'd like to hang over is she beat Caitlin Clark. Remember that. Watch this.
also with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up, which she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another block.
Are you serious, guys?
The people who are trained to hype up free throws like their buzzer beers, pundits, are also losing it. The announcer in a recent game laughed aloud following yet another startling Reese miss at the rim. The shocked, "Did that really just happen?" chuckle, rather than the reassuring, "she'll bounce back" kind. When broadcasters in the industry are unable to maintain "it's finished" when you make a straight face while explaining your play, it's more than just a warning sign. Outside of Reebok headquarters, a neon billboard reads, "We messed up."
Her dominant performances in June, she earned her All-Star selection. But these aren't just a couple of bad plays. These aren't bloopers. These aren't rare moments. This is the norm. The same thing happened last week when the Chicago Bravado got their ass kicked by the Minnesota Lakers. I don't have to convince you that Angel Reese has no impact on winning. Just look at her record, look at her resume in the WNBA.
Social media is obviously thriving on this. These days, whole accounts are devoted to gathering Angel Reese's misses, complete with circle sounds and slow-motion replays. It has essentially evolved into a distinct basketball content subgenre. Additionally, Reebok is receiving the reverse of what they were hoping for: highlight reels to sell footwear. Blooper reels. This encourages executives to polish their resumes rather than selling more goods.
Inside, and Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it, locked.
We go through All-Star break, we come back, 9 turnovers. We sit out with a back injury, we come back, can't make a fundamentally sound layup. Maybe they rushed you back from injury. Tyler Marsh, did you rush her back from injury? Tyler Marsh, I'm looking at...
Now, some of this would be unnoticed if Ree were at least a member of a winning team, but the Chicago Sky are a terrible squad. Crawling to a dismal record of 721. The squad lost 8 games in a row, had no chance of making the playoffs, and continued to play even after Ree missed 5 games due to a back ailment. The paradox is this. In some ways, they are worse off without her than they are with her. It's similar to attempting to live in a lifeboat with holes in it. Still, you're sinking. The only thing to consider is how quickly. I'm not very good at maths.
I'm no expert in math, but it looks like Angel Reese wins 1 out of every 3 games. If I remember correctly, Angel Reese has beaten a team with a winning record once this season. So you tell me how Angel Reese impacts win.
Tyler Marsh, the head coach, has attempted to spin it, but no PR gimmick is powerful enough to obscure the truth. You are not creating a playoff squad when your offense is centered around a player who is incapable of finishing under the rim. A blooper reel is what you're creating. Furthermore, no marketing organization in the world could turn that into a sneaker empire. Reebok didn't only sign Angel Reese, let's not forget. She became the focal point of their basketball comeback. Shaq co-signed it himself. The entire plan was obvious. Create anticipation, introduce a signature sneaker, and engage with Generation Z. Here's the catch, though. To do that, you must truly be a great player on the floor. This isn't TikTok. It's basketball played by pros. Additionally, people won't purchase shoes associated with someone who goes viral for airballing layups.
Bang! It's crunch time, under a minute to go, 1-point game, y'all know what to do, give it to our 2K cover. Live 5, go save the day, here it goes, the crossover for you, it'll turn into hot diggity doo-doo. Burn!
Why don't you show her highlights? You're so unfair.
Fine, here you go, rebound, burn! Cherry picking rebounds, nobody does it better, I mean nobody. Bang! Bang.
Our fans be like, grab that rebound, honey. Yes!
The way the leadership of Reebok marketed this only makes it worse. CEO Todd Krinsky called Reese a culture changer and likened her to icons like Shaq and Allen Iverson. Let's face it, that is offensive in addition to being laughable. In addition to changing society, Iverson reinvented basketball swagger while dominating the court. Shaq was a living highlight reel and could not be stopped. Reese Angel. She is changing the rules of professional sports. She is pushing the culture into meme territory, which is the only reason it is changing. The murmurs are now becoming louder and developing into genuine remorse. Did Reebok really assess the athlete, or did they just hire the loudest personality they could find because they were desperate for relevance? It appears to be more of a desperate risk than a business plan. And they ended up with a fiasco that cost millions of dollars and lasted for several years. They can't undo their error, but it's not a rebirth.
She had a good game, 22 points, 13 rebounds, but she shot terribly. She got bailed out so many times, throwing up brick layups, getting phantom foul calls from the refs. She did make 10 of 11 free throws, so that is good. 6 of 16 from the floor is not good at all. 0 of 1 from 3. She was a minus 11. Listen, man, Kiki Area Finn got the better of her.
The worst part is still to come. The timing of Reese's injury couldn't have been more ideal for everyone but Reebok. Although injuries are never a cause for celebration, her absence served as a kind of gift to fans and analysts who were fed up with her weekly antics. She disappeared from the court just as people were starting to burn out from all the missed layup compilations. Angel Reese finally managed to pull off a logical disappearance act. Regretfully, Reebok was left thinking, how do you sell trainers that are attached to a person who doesn't have their signature move? Additionally, she was conveniently sidelined for a game against Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever due to that injury. Although it was intended to be promoted as a major competition, Caitlin Clark would have been dominating her alleged competitor on national television. Reese avoided the limelight instead. The WNBA's record books are being altered by one player. The other is having trouble with simple layup exercises. Fans are aware of the distinction. Ultimately, the comparison became even more stark due to Reese's absence. Caitlin Clark is authentic. She's only the punchline,
actually feel bad for Angel Reese at this point, and it has nothing to do with like how she's handled herself or anything. It's just simply Caitlin Clark is so much better than Angel Reese at basketball that it doesn't feel fair.
Yeah, I think Angel Reese is struggling with the fact that Caitlin Clark is better at her best thing than she is.
She's better at everything. And she had a triple double. She's tied for the third most triple doubles in WNBA history. And she's played 50 games.
Yeah.
This isn't simply a basketball failure, so let's stand back and put on our business hat for a moment. It's a masterclass in misaligning brands. Not just any athlete was signed by Reebok. They staked their return on a player whose primary contribution to basketball in recent years has been supplying fodder for blooper reels. The foundation of endorsements is aspiration. You desire to soar, which is why you purchase Jordans. You desire domination, which is why you purchase LeBrons. No one purchases sneakers in order to make layups. Nevertheless, here we are. Greatness isn't what inspires Angel Reese. It's a prayer. Hope that perhaps the layup will be accepted this time. Reebok leaned on her confident demeanor and unrepentant attitude in an attempt to avoid her lack of production. Fantastic. Such items can sell makeup or even be selected for a reality show. However, kids wear performance trainers to the court in the hopes of improving their performance. A shoebox that reads guaranteed to miss like Reese cannot have that tagline stamped on it. That isn't a catchphrase. Legal liability is what it is.
Great ideas, wants to bring in talent to grow Reebok and have people wear it again because no one does. So one of his genius decisions was this. Fucking signing her, Angel Reese. If you don't know who she is, she's the queen of fish out of water going after a rebound that she shot herself and can get in the net. Ever. She reminds me of a 3-year-old shooting on those little kids' nets and throwing the ball and just completely missing the mark.
Additionally, this gamble might not seem as disastrous if Reese were on a team that compensated for her shortcomings. The Chicago Sky aren't all bad, either. They are designed to accentuate all of her flaws. There is no flow or spacing, and the star's primary offensive contribution is grabbing rebounds after her own misses. The result is the Sky, a squad that somehow manages to score less goals, miss more, but only for the wrong reasons, and yet accumulate highlight reels. Next up is Coach Tyler Marsh. Imagine receiving your first head coaching job and hearing the words, "This is your franchise centerpiece." She makes bad choices, struggles to finish around the rim, and goes viral for her lowlight. That isn't coaching. That is a clipboard approach to public relations crisis management. Ironically, the squad appeared to be operating normally until Ree was sidelined due to her injuries. At least the offense looked like something you'd see in a professional game, even though they were still losing league. Without Ree bricking every possession, the sky appeared less like a circus performance. It tells it all.
Tyler Marsh has this point forward thing on lock. Tyler Marsh has this Angel Reese point forward thing on lock. There we go, pushing the pace. Yeah, Angel. It's okay. It's okay. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. All right, here we go. We got an entry pass. It looks like it's going to be to Elizabeth Williams, and oh, goodness.
In the meantime, the most popular comedy loop on social media is Reese's game footage. Every mishandled putback and clanked bunny is reworked using slow-motion edits, zoom-ins, and circus music. Her lowlight are the foundation of entire TikTok accounts. Millions of views flood in because people are unable to look, not because they are motivated. Away. She isn't creating content on basketball. She is creating content for memes. And for some reason, Reebok believed that this was the face of their comeback campaign. This is the issue. When being a joke is your main marketable worth, time is running out. Clowns being eaten alive by social media. Today you're trending, tomorrow you're forgotten. What's left when Reese's blooper stardom vanishes as soon as the internet chooses a new target? A shoe attached to a player who was never able to encourage the hype. Influence is not what that is. It's quicksand. This leads us to Reebok's ambitious plan, the release of Angel Reese's signature shoe. However, it's starting to resemble a balloon-filled panic meeting more than a celebration. The campaign is loud and the teasers are slick, but no advertising firm in the world can turn her layups into makes. It would be like to Ferrari introducing a race car that is backed by a person incapable of operating a manual. The disconnect is so blatant that it almost seems like parody.
Stop it. There's a dude on the internet who cracks me up. On TikTok. He's put together a load of Angel Reese clips. And it'll say Angel Reese part 36. And it goes, Angel Reese going up for another layup. She misses. Bang! And I mean, dude, it's the funniest. And my whole thing is this, dude. She just seems as uncoordinated as a baby giraffe. Yeah, I mean, come on, man.
Industry rumors are already rife. According to some sources, Reebok may change course and market the shoes as lifestyle footwear rather than athletic wear. Translation: in any case, this was never intended for the court. Others say they'll postpone the rollout in the hopes that she will change her strategy. But this is the truth. It's not a slump. There is a trend here. Furthermore, you cannot establish an empire on a shaky base. One lacks confidence. There's no credibility. What occurs when you build on sand will soon be shown to Reebok the hard way. The nuclear. Take out the plug. Push the campaign quietly. I hope nobody notices. The internet, however, never forgets. Every meme, every vicious video of Reese being blocked by smaller players, every viral miss. All of it is permanently archived. Sneaker advertising won't appear when someone searches for Angel Reese's signature shoot in years. Blooper clips will be shown to them. What were they thinking? Headlines.
She is so bad that when Caitlin Clark and her were supposed to face off against each other the other week, the ticket sales went down from $100 to like $5 because Caitlin Clark got injured. She had a quad injury, so she wasn't playing. So guess what? No one wanted to go watch. And if you don't know Caitlin Clark, she's pretty much the GOAT of the WNBA and is the reason why people are watching. No one watches you, Angel Reese. No one watches you. The only thing that I enjoy watching is all the clips on TikTok of you just countlessly just missing every shot that you take.
For every brand executive involved in sports marketing, this entire collaboration is turning into a glaring danger sign. A classic example of mistaking commercial talent for social media attention. Yes, is a trend, But so are auto accidents. That does